the page is. Now, a lot of people do this at the beginning of webinars. I'm going to do something a lot of people don't do. I'm going to tell you to get the hell out of here if you fall into one of these categories. Look, guys, I'm here Friday night. I'm out here live for you, and we probably might cap out this webinar. We're actually getting close. So we have a capacity. And just like last night when people got locked out, if this isn't for you, just get out, okay? Because you're taking someone's spot. If you are a person who's a skeptical, don't do shit tire kicker, if you've attended 5 webinars this week and you haven't applied anything, this isn't going to help you. Just leave, okay? If you want some cheesy make money online BS that you see in late night infomercials where someone tells you what you want to hear, just leave, because this is not going to be them. I'm actually going to tell you a lot of things you don't want to hear. If you cannot keep an open mind, you're going to be skeptical about everything I say. Again, this is not going to help you. And if you have ADHD, if you're on Facebook right now, if you're watching cat videos, if you're on some adult website, God forbid, stop what you're doing, come back to the webinar, or just go do that, okay? Because you're wasting my time. You're taking up a spot. It's lame of you. It's lame of you. So everybody here who's here right now, press 1 if you will commit to listening to this webinar for the next 30 minutes, okay? You're committed to the information that's going to come here. I want to see the ones. If you don't want to press 1 right now, if you can't do that for me, I can't give this webinar presentation to you. All right, let me see the ones. I want to see all the ones. I'm not going to get going until we get going. All right, yeah. Yeah, see, exactly. I know how many people are in here. I can count the ones. There we go. Because what you guys are going to see in this webinar is important. It's valuable. And, I need your attention for you to actually walk away and learn something. Because I'm going to show you to get leads into your business at 100% for free. You're going to be able to calculate how much those leads are worth, and you're going to be able to buy them for less than they're worth, aka buy them at a profit. I'm going to show you how to send them down a passive funnel that you're going to see in this webinar that will make you a 6 to 8x back on every lead that comes in like clockwork, like it does for me. And you're not going to understand what this image looks like right now. You're not going to understand what it means. This is our game plan for the webinar. This is what you're going to be learning how to do. And that's how to get free leads into our business, how to send them down the email funnel that we're going to build, how to calculate their LTV, which you probably don't know what that is yet, but you're going to know like the back of your hand by the end of this webinar, and then how to take them on Facebook and buy them for less than our LTV, aka buy unlimited leads at a profit. And the destination where you're going to be at the end of this webinar is in the next 30 days. My goal for you is for you to be able to create your first stable, predictable online income without buying a single ad if you were a beginner, or if you already have a business, I want you to be on the path to 2xing your business in the next 30 days. 4xing or 5xing, what I'm going to show you in this webinar actually 5x'd my business. Now, what I need to get into right now is I got to change your minds first, because what I'm about to teach you and what mindset I'm about to kind of put on you, I guarantee you don't do this in your business. If you did, you'd be making millions of dollars. On top of that being said, most $1 million marketers that I know don't do this because they haven't figured this out, and it's not that hard to grasp, but most people just don't put the effort into grasping it, and it doesn't take any effort. It just takes using a small part of your brain. It's actually easier than it's ever been before. And I guarantee if you're a beginner, you don't even know about what I'm about to show you. And it's something that only most marketers I know that are doing this are usually making above 5 to 8 figures a year. Okay, so over 5 million a year, or about over a little bit over 10 million. That's usually the range people are doing this when they finally figure this out. And what I'm going to be focusing on is what I like to call the rigged stock market. And if you've ever heard of the stock market, you know that thing on TV. The goal of the stock market is to put $4 in and get $8 back every single time, aka get an ROI. Now, like you probably know, the stock market's probably not the most predictable place to put your money. All you have is theory to kind of back up whether you're going to get an ROI or not. Now, while some people can go and play the stock market, it's not something that's going to consistently 100% of the time give you an ROI on your money. What I'm going to show you on this, or what I'm going to show you in this webinar, is exactly that. I'm going to show you to put $4 into your business and make $16 back every single time, like clockwork, backed up by math, science, and all sorts of factual stuff. It's going to be proven to you by the end of this webinar. So you're going to be able to go to Facebook, or you're going to be able to go and use these free traffic methods to bring people into your business for way, 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 way less than you're paying for them to be there. aka maybe you're paying $2, $3, and you're going to make $9 to $16 back like clock market, creating what I like to call the rigged stock market, because this is a place you can invest your money and always get your money back. And the way we're going to be able to do this is with long-term value. Now, everybody who's here on this webinar right now, if you're on Facebook, if you're watching cat videos, I was not joking before. Come the fuck back. That's the only time I use the F word, but come out. This is important, what I'm about to teach you. That's why I'm using the F word, all right? We're going to do this, and this is one of the most important slides for this entire webinar. We're going to do this with LTV, and LTV stands for long-term value. Pay attention right now. LTV stands for long-term value. I'm going to be using the term LTV for the rest of the webinar, so just remember that. Now, what long-term value means and what the long-term value of our leads is it's pretty simple to understand. If we make $10,000 over 3 months from 1,000 leads, our long-term value over 3 months is $10 per lead. Give me a big fat X if that makes sense to you. I want to see a bunch of X's. It's absolutely critical that you understand this. I only see a few X's. I want to see a ton of X's, guys. Every single time I go up here, guys, I want to see 100 X's. All I see is like 20 right now. Okay, good. This is audience participation. It's not optional. Just kidding. You don't have to press X, but I will heckle you and be a dick about it. Just kidding. All right, so guys, let's make this simple. How are we going to scale our business with the information in this webinar? If our LTV is $16, let's imagine our long-term value over 3 months is $16, and it costs us $4 to get a lead. How do we scale our business from a $10 a day business to a $100 a day business? It's easy. We simply buy more $4 leads. We simply buy more $4 leads. And when we're able to go out there and find out our LTV and get our LTV to be about this high over 3 months, building a huge business is not that complicated. In fact, building a business that makes $100 a day is not that different from making a business that makes $12,000 a day, like you're going to see in this webinar. For example, you go out there and you spend $10, you make $40 back. You spend $100, you make $400 back. You spend $500, you make $2,000 back. You spend $1,000, you make $4,000 back. It's not that complicated. We've proven to ourselves through our LTV that we make a 4x ROI. So what you need to understand, guys, is that no matter who you are, if you can get your LTV above your CPL, and CPL stands for cost per lead if you're a beginner. So if I'm going to Facebook every single day and I'm paying $4 to get the clicks on there to generate one lead on average, one email, one opt-in, my CPL is $4. So if I'm able to get my LTV to $16 and my CPL at around $4, it doesn't matter who I am, beginner, veteran, if I have a business or if I don't have a business yet, you are printing money. And that is what I'm going to show you to do today. And that's why you're in the right place, because what I'm going to show you today is everything I've focused on the past 4 years of my business. This I've scaled it to $5 million per year. What you're looking at right now is actually a funnel that I run. And in the first 2 weeks of them coming in, I make $8.36. And on average, my leads are no more ever than $4 per lead. So I'm 2xing my money in the first 2 weeks. Every single lead that comes on my list is paid for. I'm actually getting paid to grow an email list. Now, what's really cool right here, and that you're going to see able to do in this webinar, is every single lead over 6 months actually generates me $24.97. That means at my lowest, I am usually going out there and generating a 6x ROI. Give me an X if that, give me a Y if that understands, or if you understand that, if you get that. I want to see a lot of Y's, okay? Come on, guys. We need more Y's than that. There we go. There we go. I'm not going to call it to you guys too much, but I need to make sure that someone said Y times 4. You can only get one Y per webinar or call out. So, guys, I know a lot of people here probably sign up for this thinking, how the hell is this guy making $12,000 a day from his email funnel? He's probably going to be some crazy late night info marketer guru dude preaching some magic system. It's not a magic system. It's not a mystery. It's actually really straightforward and easy, guys. I know my LTV, and I know the LTV for every single lead that comes to my business. And I know over 2 years of testing that's at least a 6x ROI on every lead that comes in. So guys, I know that if I put $1 in, I'm going to get $6 out. It's just a fact. And I'm going to show you that here in a second. So guys, how I make $12,000 a day is very simple. I focus on getting 500 leads a day. At $4 per lead, it costs me about $2,000 a day on Facebook to get 500 leads. And I make 6x back on every single dollar spent. So that's how I make $12,000 a day. Give me an X if that clears up the mystery. That makes it almost stupidly simple. Yeah, I'm just using basic math. And real quick, I don't like to say anything that I can't prove. You can see right here, here's our sales in October. Here's the business right here, SourceWave. Here's my PayPal account. If you want to go test it and send me some money, you can go send some money to that account right there. Here's $258,000 worth of sales in October. And then if we go and expand this Stripe window right here, here's 117,000 sales in October as well, totaling $375,646 divided by 30 equals $12,521 per day on average. So there it is, guys. It's damn simple. Now, the point I was making at the beginning of this webinar is I want everybody here to hit 1 if you agree with me. If you had your LTV and you had an LTV, say, of $10, give me a 1 if you think you could probably scale your business. If you knew every single time you put $2 in and made $10 back, give me a 1 if you think you could scale your business too, doing exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, everybody here. Everybody here. And someone said, what's your conversion rates? I'm actually going to show you to do this with having awful conversion rates. You could have less than a 1% conversion rate, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay? So guys, that's the point of this webinar. In the next 30 days, I'm going to show you how to go out there and do this in the next 30 days, but you're going to have your LTV by the end of this webinar. And that's why I call it the rigged stock market, guys, because I can put $1 in and put 6 and get 6 out every single time. I'm going to show you how to do the exact same thing. Now, you need to understand what we're getting into right now is a massive opportunity, and you need to listen up because getting your LTV has never been so simple. You're going to see how to do it in 10 seconds in this webinar without doing anything crazy whatsoever. It's never been so cheap, and it's never been so efficient to get ever before in internet marketing. And at this point in time, paid traffic is more efficient than it's ever been. So what you can do right now is get your LTV like you never have been able to do before, and then calculate and run your ads in such a manageable fashion that you can consistently get leads for less than your LTV. In the past, only super agencies and consulting agencies would go out there and actually sell this as a service to people. They get the LTV or their cost per customer or their average value per customer, and then they sell this to businesses. And only people that I knew that were ninjas, people that are making over $10 million per year, we're doing this, okay? Because every single person that figures out how to do this usually scales their business to $5 to $10 million per year. I'm not saying you're going to do that right after this webinar, but it's something that most people just aren't doing, and it's actually very easy to do. I had to combine like 8 different tools to get it, and you're going to be able to just get it by the end of this webinar. And this applies to even if you're a beginner, even if you're an affiliate, if you're a coach, if you're a software owner, if you're a local business consultant, if you're a local business owner, if you're an e-commerce marketer, this applies to you. If you send emails and need to know the value of your customer and you want to buy customers for less than their value, aka buy them at a profit, this applies to you. So listen up. Now, by the end of this webinar, what you're going to be able to do is get your LTV. And what I'm going to show you to do is how to get your LTV without spending a dime on ads. You'll be able to do this 100% for free. In fact, getting traffic is the easiest part of this. And I'm going to show you how to increase it above any reasonable cost per lead on Facebook. And that's what we're going to learn how to do. And then once you have that lead coming in, you have the LTV for those leads, then you can take it to Facebook and scale your business to the moon. But the only way you're going to be able to do it is if you pay attention for the next 30 minutes. If this is what we're going to cover. If this is not for you, get out. If you don't want to mathematically scale your business, leave. We're at max capacity right now. We could use a few spots actually. So if this doesn't sound cool to you, let me know. But if this sounds cool to you, if you want to learn how to do this, give me an exclamation mark. Let me know I'm on the right path. You know, it's Friday night. I could just hop off the webinar and go like get a drink or something like that. Let me know this is what you want to learn. All right, I like it. I see a bunch of exclamation marks. There we go. All right, awesome. Awesome. I'm glad this is hitting home. That pumps me up. So how many people here, give me an F in the chat box if you don't know who I am. And it's completely cool. It's not like I'm a huge superstar or anything like that. I'm actually kind of not that big at all, actually. There's a few Fs. There we go. Okay, cool. I like actually talking to an audience full of people that don't know me. All right, so my name is Alex Becker. I'm a USA Today national best-selling author, and I own a few tech companies. Here's a few pictures of me. Here's me on stage with Grant Cardone. Here's me on stage talking to people. And here's a picture of my book. We actually launched it last year. If you go to Google and ask Google who I am, Google will tell you I'm a multimillionaire tech entrepreneur who started multiple online software-based businesses. I've also helped thousands of people create their first profitable businesses, all from the comfort of my house in Dallas, Texas. And that's a big, big lie because I actually live in the Cayman Islands now. So that being said, guys, what do you need to know about me? And you're not here to hear my life stories. I generate anywhere from $350,000 to $450,000 per month. And what I'm doing right now, and I generate these from not mystery companies. You're not here in some webinar with some guy that only teaches people how to make money online and makes money teaching people how to make money online. You can go Google any of my software companies, SourceWave, which is an SEO software company, Market Hero, which is a pretty large autoresponder, and Conquer, which is a freelance website for freelancers to connect with buyers that is growing at 3,000 users a day right now. I founded multiple tech companies and education companies. I'm a national best-selling author. Now, what you need to know right now is that I want to convince you, and I need you to commit to email marketing, because I know a lot of people here, give me one if you're just doing 10 different things right now. You're trying a little bit of e-commerce, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You're fiddling around with like 3 or 4 different ways to make money. Give me one. I want to see all the ones. I want to be completely honest. We had a lot of beginners at the start of this webinar. Okay, a lot of ones. Look, guys, you need to understand that the only way you really ever go and make money online is until you commit to one thing. Especially in the beginning. You have to commit to one thing and one way to grow your business. And the thing I committed to was email marketing. And what I want to talk to you about real quick is why you need to commit to this and why you need to stop doing everything else and just focus solely on this. Because until I committed, everything was not rainbows and sunshine. You can actually see, here's my old house back when I used to live in a college town. I never went to college. I got out of the Air Force and lived with a buddy of mine. But here was literally the front door. I had my TV set right here, and then my mattress on the floor, and then like my desk was right here. All right, this is one of the few pictures I have of it. But chicks loved it. They come over and I'd be like, ta-da, I'm poor, surprise. But I was doing a little bit of everything. I just started my business, SourceWave, and I was dabbling in every single way you can imagine to get sales on my website. I was having JBs promote my products. I was doing SEO to rank higher and get traffic to my site. I was making content left and right, just killing myself, trying to go out there and do anything I could to get people to come to my site and buy stuff. And my business was all over the place. Some months I'd make like, after a few months of doing it, I'd make like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Some months I wouldn't make any money. And I was all over the place, frustrated as shit. And then one day I went and put an opt-in box on my blog, and I collected about 500 leads over a few weeks. And then I sent an email to these leads promoting a $47 product, and I made about $500. And I was like, whoa, there's some money in that email list. And that was like the easiest, most consistent money I ever made. And so I would send out more emails and grow my email list. And every time I sent out an email, I made consistent money coming in every single damn time. And I didn't run any ads to do this. Now, I noticed the bigger my email list became, the more money I made. So I said, you know what? Screw all this other stuff. If I'm going to do SEO, it's to get leads on my email list. If I'm going to go and have JBs promote my products, they're going to be sending leads to my email list. If I'm making content, the sole focus of this content is to get leads. And when I started doing this, guys, every single person that came to my site got captured. Every single person that interacted with my brand got captured. And within a few months, I was making $20K a month consistently. Every single time I mailed out, I did webinars with affiliates and stuff like that. Boom, $20K a month. And then within a year's time, guys, I was making $100K a month. In less time than most people go for an average college education, I became a millionaire because I committed to one thing. I committed to email marketing. And what you need to understand, guys, is I know everybody here has different reasons why they're here. Nobody is here to make money for the sake of making money. You all have goals. You have things you want to commit to. And I really want you to think right now what your goal is. And if you have a pen and paper next to you or you have a little notepad, write down what your goal is. It's a really powerful thing. I actually just read a book that if people write down their goals, they're like 75% more likely to actually achieve those goals. It's like a weird little test I just went over and studied. That being said, think about your goals and what you want to do right now, because if you're able to go and build a big list and get it to 7 figures a year, you can get it out just about anything. I know some people here probably want the cars. I've owned a Maserati, a Lamborghini, a Ferrari. I don't currently own the Lamborghini anymore. I don't own the Maserati. I'm actually in the process of selling the Ferrari because I don't really give a shit about cars anymore. But when I was coming from a poor mindset, the watches and the cars and all that kind of stuff were pretty cool. They were pretty cool to me. So if you want that type of stuff, you can do that with an email list. What actually triggered me and got me a lot more motivated was impacting the world. You can see what was really cool is the email list. I was able to go and launch a book. I always dreamed of being an author, and I built this big email list. And then when I was trying to fund the venture to have an event and launch this book, my email list and all the money from it funded the venture. And then when I launched the book, the email list then came and filled up my event. The email list then came and launched my book onto the USA Today national bestseller list. And it did all that for me, and it's allowed me to get that impact and allowed me to grow my YouTube channel and everything else out there. Now, I'm sure a lot of people here just want freedom. And guys, you can travel the world making 20, 50K a month just sending out emails to your list and consistently messaging them. I currently right now live in the Cayman Islands. I hang out there most of the time. I still have my house back in Dallas, and I can go back and forth whenever I want. My condo is right on 7 Mile Beach, which is one of the top beaches in the entire world. And I'm not doing this to brag, guys. I'm just showing you like whatever you want, an email list can provide that for you. And that's why you have to commit to this one thing. And the thing I'm really about right now, guys, is just building big software companies. I'm trying to leave my legacy and trying to build big things that are bigger than myself. This email list completely funded Market Hero and Conquer. So that's why you need to commit to email marketing, guys, because this is the only form of marketing. How many people here, give me an X if you've seen more forms of internet marketing come and go in the past 2 years than you can even count. Stuff is constantly being knocked out or going down, or some platform changes their terms of service. Guys, email marketing has not changed since I started it, and it was the same exact way 10 years before I even got into it. You send emails, you build a list, you talk to that list, the end. And it's still going to be the same way 10 years from now. And guys, I have 100% complete control over my business. If Google blows up tomorrow, I'm fine. If Facebook blows up tomorrow, I'm fine. If any platform on planet Earth blows up, I'm fine because I have my email list. I own that. I'm not dependent on any platform. And there's only one form of marketing that I can put my finger on, which is email marketing, that is truly rigged. Because when a person comes in your email list, it is so easy to get that massive ROI and get that return on investment on every dollar spent that it's like playing a slot machine that you can just use over and over again, and it just works. And the coolest thing about what I'm showing you right here is any other way you're going to get started, guys, it's going to cost you money to invest. SEO costs money to invest. E-commerce costs money to invest. Amazon sales costs money to invest. This right here, you can start by the end of this webinar. You can have leads on your list by the end of this webinar for free. You can actually load up the tools and stuff I'm going to show you at the end of this webinar. They're 100% free. You can load those up and you can have emails on your list and be getting their LTV by the end of this webinar. So that's why this is really cool. And the reason why I'm telling you this, guys, is because once I got email marketing down, I was able to scale to 7 figures without a single ad. But what I want you to understand right now, and the reason why I'm about to wrap this up and jump straight into the training, is you need to understand what I'm going to teach in this webinar is not how I built my first 7-figure list. I will show you all the free methods to get there, but by the end of this webinar, you're not going to want to do it the way I did, and this is why. You're going to be able to hit success so much faster, because what happened to me is I was able to go out there and get all these emails on my list using these free methods, but it plateaued. I got to the point where my business just couldn't grow anymore because I couldn't get JVs to promote me anymore. I couldn't get SEO to send, or Google to send me any more traffic, and it just plateaued. And my business actually started going down because I had no way to scale my business, and I knew how to scale my business. It came down to leads. The more leads I had, the more conversations I was having with my leads, the more money I made. Okay. And so I went over to Facebook. I knew Facebook, people were getting thousands of leads a day off Facebook. And so I went over there to start buying me leads myself. And I saw it was about $4 to $5 per lead. And I was like, whoa, this is way, way, way too expensive. Okay. And the reason I thought it was too expensive is I didn't know my LTV. How many people here, give me a 1 if you're on the Facebook and you've tried to buy leads and it's just way too damn expensive. You're getting like $5, $10, $8 per lead. Give me 1 if you've ever ran into that. Yeah, a lot of 1s. Let me see a few more 1s in that. I'll be honest, guys. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. You guys got to talk. All right, cool. So what then happened, guys, is, I didn't know my LTV. I didn't know how much every lead was making me. So when I went over to Facebook and tried to buy leads, I thought $4 to $5 was expensive. And you're going to see why in a second. I was a freaking idiot because I was relying on this method right now that we're not going to use in this webinar. I was desperately attempting to get free leads to my business by any means possible. Then what I would do is I would go nurture and build trust with content and emails using the kind of basic email marketing stuff. And then what I would do is send them offers they were interested in. Now, I was making good money doing this. I was making $100K a month doing this, but my business was plateaued and it was actually going down. And I didn't know how to keep growing it because I couldn't go and scale my business. And then this is where everything changed, guys. And this is why you need, I'm telling you this right now. I don't like talking this much, but you have to understand how valuable this is and why you need to have your LTV and why you need to be thinking like I'm about to tell you. This is so important. So I was speaking to a guy at a party who was making $100K a day. He's actually a good friend of mine now. And 100K a day, yeah, really. And so I asked him, dude, like, how are you doing this with your Facebook ads and your AdWords ads? Do you have like some magic sales page or your conversions super high? And he's like, no, not really. I have pretty average conversions compared to everybody else I talk to. That's none of those things. I'm like, well, what's your secret? He's like, Alex, it's so damn easy, dude. All right, so look, I pay no more than $3 per lead. On average, I never pay more than $3. It just doesn't get that high. And I track everything my leads do over 3 months. And in over 3 months' time, I consistently, almost every single time, make $15 back. And this has been proven to me year after year after year. So what I do, Alex, is I know I make a 5x ROI on every single dollar I spend. So Alex, you know how I make $5,000 a day? I spend $1,000 a day. If you don't want to know how I make $20,000 a day, I spend $4,000 a day. You want to know how I make $50,000 a day? I spend $10,000 a day. And Alex, here's how I make $100,000 a day. Every $3 lead makes me $15 over 3 months. So all I have to do is go and spend $20,000 a day. It takes a bit of scaling. I have staff that manages, but all I have to do is go spend $20,000 a day. And like clockwork, I am adding $100,000 a day to my annual income every single day. Give me an exclamation mark if that almost makes too much damn sense. It's like easy, like duh. Yeah, exactly. It's like duh. I want to see a lot more exclamation marks if you've been like, if your mindset has just suddenly shifted. Yeah. It's huge. It's such a huge lesson. That changed everything. And here's why, guys. For 2.5 years, I struggled to scale my business. I was plateauing. And then within a few months, I was able to grow it from 100K a month to 350K a month. And now this is why this is so damn fucking important. I'm sorry to use the F word again, but you have to listen up. Because if you have a business right now, Imagine if I had taken this lesson 2 years ago. All right, it took me 2.5 years of struggling. Imagine if I cut out 2 years of that and got to this income right away. That would have been $4 million more in my pocket. I don't know about you, but I would like to have that $4 million now, and I lost that forever because I did not apply this to my business right away. I didn't know about this. I didn't know about this for almost 2.5 years, and at the tail end of that, someone told me that, and in 3 months, I was tripled my income. This is the effect it has on your business, and at this point, I've 5x my income. So guys, I need you to understand this before I teach you the lesson and I teach you the nuts and bolts. If you are a beginner, give me an X if you understand you do not want to stick with you do not want to stick with free traffic because you can't scale it. You want to get the paid traffic as fast as possible. Good. Now, if you are a veteran, give me a Y if you understand that if you are not doing this immediately after this webinar, you are losing millions each year, or at least 2x your income every single month you're not doing this. Give me a Y if you understand that. Yeah, a lot of Ys. Absolutely huge. So what you're going to be seeing today, guys, is how to get leads in for free. We're not going to spend any money up front, and we're going to use simple, reliable methods that virtually guarantee you will be getting traffic. We're going to send them down my 8x funnel that we're about to build right in front of you. And what you're going to be able to do, guys, is then calculate how much the lead is worth. And once you know your LTV, you're going to take it on over to Facebook, and we're going to send them down the same 8x funnel we just built and make a rigged 2 to 8x ROI. And in fact, over the years, guys, I've grown my ROI to $24 per lead, about a 6x ROI. 8x if I get $3 leads. How many people want to do this? Give me an exclamation mark if you're ready to get straight into training. Tired of talking? Let's get into training. I want to see a lot of exclamation marks. I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk. Awesome. I just really need to beat that into your head. Need to see more exclamation marks than that, guys. If you're on Facebook right now, come on back. We're hopping into training. Let's go. Awesome. Cool. All right. So what we're going to get into right now, guys, is the steps. And one thing I want you guys to learn before this is you don't need a huge list. Here's an email I sent out from Market Hero, and Market Hero is not being sold to you in this webinar. You could have picked it up for free. You can pick it up for free after this webinar. That being said, right here, I sent a list of 700 people, and from that email, I made $8,000. So you don't need a huge list to do this. I'm going to show you how to make that ROI from a small email list. So here's the steps, guys. We're going to prepare the tracking so we can calculate our LTV. We're going to create an opt-in. We're going to create the 8x funnel. We're going to pick 3 offers that we're going to send people into when they come into the funnel. And then we're going to send traffic in. We're going to start with organic free traffic, and we'll go into ads at the end of the webinar. But we're going to start with all free methods. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to hop on over to my dashboard. There's also a picture of inside my Stripe account if you guys want to see that. But that being said, we're going to hop on over first off, and I want to show you this funnel right here because this is the funnel that we're sending paid traffic to. And this is the one I actually showed you where we're getting the 2x ROI on every lead that comes in. Now, here's what's going on here, and here's what we're about to build together. You can see this is a funnel right here, and all these blue things right here, these blue boxes are actually the emails going out from Market Hero. Now, the cool thing is this funnel takes about 2 weeks to complete, and when a person gets to the end of this funnel, they're worth $8.32 to me, aka I'm making a 2x ROI from every single lead that comes in, just in the first 2 weeks alone. But what I want you to understand, guys, is we go look at another funnel over here, and I'm going to show you an example. This is just an example. You can see when a person comes in from, I think I might have actually gotten rid of this funnel, but let's just imagine right here, guys. All right, so this person comes in through this funnel, and right away they're tagged with the tag Uni Funnel. Okay, so I go over to my lead system right here, and what I do is I go and look at my leads, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the tag Uni Funnel, and I want to see long-term how much these people are worth, because what you need to understand is just because a person gets to my end of my funnel doesn't mean they're off my email list. They're actually on my email list for life. For life. I got my claws on these people for life as long as I build trust and treat them nicely and stuff like that. And I'm able to sell to them consistently. And you're going to see right here, here's one example we ran where we sent 30 leads down a funnel. And when I go right here in Market Hero and hit Generate LTV, I'm actually able to see that every single one of these leads is actually worth $54 to me. Now, this is a huge number. This is actually way higher than it usually is. It's usually around $24. That being said, what happened is out of these 3 leads, one person bought like a $2,000 and a $3,000 product from me. And you can see, give me one if you understand, just when people get out of our initial funnel, they're not on our email list. They actually buy from us for life, and that's how the LTV can get so high. That's one of the reasons why it's the rigged stock market. Give me one if you understand that. It's a huge understanding. Okay, cool. Everybody press 1. Just let me know you understand it. Cool. Awesome. All right, so you need to understand this before we get into it, guys. Now, how many people here, give me an exclamation mark if you would kill to have your LTV right now? Like you would almost pay someone to actually go and get you your LTV. Yeah, exactly. All right, so many people doing that. All right, guys, I'm going to show you to get your LTV in 30 seconds. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to go over here in Market Hero. You're going to hit new product. You're going to put in your name of your product. Let's just say best product ever. You're going to put the price as $200 or whatever you want to put the price is. And you're going to add it to a category. Okay, then you're going to hit OK, and you're going to come over here, and you're going to click right here, and you're going to get a conversion pixel. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste this pixel onto your thank you page. Give me a 1 if you can do that. Give me a 1 if you can copy and paste a conversion pixel onto your thank you page. Congratulations, guys. You now know how to get your LTV, because anytime an email is sent from Market Hero, everything that the person does is tracked. Whenever they click a link from Market Hero, it's tracked, and whenever they activate this pixel right here, whenever they land on this pixel, whenever they activate the thank you page, what happens is I can see exactly who has bought what. So if I go right here and I want to see everybody that bought, let's just say machine or something like that. Okay, actually that's a bad example. Let's go everybody that bought this one product from a last promotion. Oops. There we go. So I'm able to see every single person that bought, because what Source Hunter tells me is how much a person has bought, what they're worth to me over a long time. So when they hit that conversion pixel, it goes right here and says, hey guys, this person has bought these products right here. And if I go and generate the LTV, it tells me exactly how much they're worth per lead. Now, this is a very, very small sample size. That's why this number is really ridiculous right here. But it's able to show me exactly what it's worth. These are all buyers and stuff like that. A buyer lead is worth, a person that buys some of these products right here is worth so much. So there you go. So give me an X if that makes sense, and that's pretty damn cool. Awesome, awesome. All right, so now we know how to get our LTV in 30 seconds using Market Hero. What I want to show you how to do is how to go out there and build this funnel. So I'm going to go and use this draft funnel we have right here, which is a clone of this funnel. And actually, when you get inside Market Hero, this funnel will actually be transplanted into your account, so you can go and use it right away. And the cool thing about it, when you get inside Market Hero, is the funnel actually has all the stuff filled out inside of it. So all you have to do is go in and just write what I tell you to write. So that's pretty cool. So the first step right here is we go and create an opt-in. So we go right here, we create this opt-in. And so I'm not going to build it right now in Market Hero because it takes a second and your time is valuable. It is Friday night after all. And when you're done, it comes out looking like this. So we click right here, and what's going to happen is there's going to be a little drop down right here. And so we go and click download now, and it's going to take us to a page. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to back up a sec. Guys, this opt-in right here, take a screenshot. This opt-in is a design that gets me 60 to 80% opt-in rates in any niche. It's the ugliest thing ever, but I guarantee you this converts higher than any pretty looking template you've ever used. Now, here's what happens next. On the next page, they see a video of me. And I want to go through a scenario with you real quick. How many people here have ever hopped onto an email list and the first thing you saw after you hopped on the email list was a sales page? Give me a Y if that's ever happened to you and you never opened their emails ever again. There you go. Awesome. All right, so that's exactly why. Because guys, newsflash, when you have a sales page tops after someone opts in, only about 7% of people, maybe 5% of people will buy from that sales page. And what happens there? 95% of your email list is turned off to you. That's huge. How are you supposed to have a super profitable email list if 95% of them are turned off to you? So what I do right here is there's a video of me and I say, hey, my name is Alex. I'm the CEO of SourceWave. And what you just opted in for, you're going to get. There's no hoops or anything like that. I just want to take a second to introduce myself and say thanks. And in fact, when you go to the next page and pick up all your content that you opted in for, we're going to deliver 3 times the training so that you can actually go and use this and make money straight away with this. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because we always over deliver at SourceWave and we want you to open our emails. So if you ever see an email from SourceWave, know that it's more cool, awesome training because we want to help your SEO career out. And then maybe in the future, you'll check out our software. That's all I got for you for now. So hop onto the next page and go check out the training. How many people here, give me a 1 if you would probably open my emails after that? Exactly. And this is the most important part of the funnel. Yeah, someone said they would open all of them. Exactly. Now, the funny thing is, guys, if we go back over here and look at this part of the funnel, I actually make a lot of money from this. You can see this one right here generated me $4,000. And you can see how high the click-through open rates are. I'm getting a 50% open rate on these emails. So that's why. That's why I do that. Now, what happens in this funnel is I follow a pattern. I send 2 value emails for every sale or pitch that I make. So when we go in right here, what you're going to see it happen is a person has a tag applied to them so I can tell what business they're related to and where they came in at. And then what happens is they get a welcome email. Okay, so what you're going to see whenever you see these red blocks in Market Hero, that's an action, and it's waiting to see if this action has been completed. So right here, if they open the email, what happens is they go down the yes path. If they don't open the email, they go down the no path. So if they open it, they go down the funnel. If they don't open it, they get a follow-up email. Give me an X if that makes sense. You're going to see a lot of that in your funnel. All right, awesome. Someone said, can you show the opt-in page again? No, guys, we're moving too fast. All right, sorry. We're not going back. Okay, sorry, guys. You need it. This is why you need to pay attention, like I said at the beginning of the webinar. If I see a few people asking me what LTV is, sorry, you're screwed, like I said at the beginning of the webinar. So what's going on right here, guys, is we send a value email. And so this email sends them a ton of cool training. If they click it, they continue down the funnel. If they don't, they get a follow-up email. So I do that again, and then what I do is I pitch them a product. Now, I know a lot of people here might have trouble selling a $297 product right off the bat to a new lead. That's fine. I don't do that either. My workaround from that is I sell reoccurring products, because trust me, dude, selling a $47 reoccurring membership every month is way easier than selling a $297 product. So what I do is when a person comes in here, and one of my big keys to getting really high LTV is I go in here, and what I do is I sell a product that's $47, but usually people stay for 4 to 5 months. So the value of each sale is $250. This really cranks up my LTV. And so what I do in the first pitch is I sell a reoccurring product. By the way, guys, you do not need to have your own product. You can promote affiliate products. You can make products like I'm going to show you at the end of this webinar, or you can go out there and, yeah, just affiliate products. You don't even need your own product to do this. You can also send the CPA offers too if you want. I know a few people do that. It depends on the type of niche that you're in. So what I do again, guys, is I send 2 more value emails. I send another value email right here, and then I send another value email right here. Now, what's really cool is I send out another pitch again for another reoccurring product. Now, you can see, remember that tracking pixel that we also used at the beginning of the webinar, the conversion pixel, a few minutes ago when we were creating the products in Market Hero? What happens is if they get this email and then they click the email and they don't buy the product after a certain amount of time, Market Hero tells me this, and it sends them a follow-up email, and then it sends them another follow-up email to offer them a free trial. So my funnel is reacting based on what they are doing, and that's one of the reasons my funnel LTV is so high, because I'm actually talking to people based on what they're doing in real time. So then what happens after they get to the end of this funnel, they get sent out of the funnel, and what happens next is where we actually make almost all of the money. And I'm going to show you how to do this, but at this point in time, guys, I've already made a 2x ROI on every lead that's came in. I'm already profitable. So if you want to be profitable, like, there you go. That's step 1 right there. This is how we absolutely make a killing. And the one thing you need to remember, guys, is these people are not off our list. They like us. They trust us. And as long as we keep sending these patterns out to them, they're going to keep buying from us. In fact, here's what I do with my list for long term. Once they're out of this email list, every Monday and Tuesday, I send value to them. Every Wednesday and Thursday, I promote an offer. That's it. That's it. I just follow that pattern every single week, nonstop. And that's how I get people constantly opening my emails and consistently buying to me. And the LTV for each lead consistently keeps going up and up and up. Now, if we go back to the slide right here, I want to show you how to do this with horrible conversions. I'm also going to show you the key to making a huge return on this. So what happens right here? Let's imagine, guys, we go in, we get 2,000 leads at $2 per lead. That equals $4,000 down. Remember, guys, I'm going to show you to do this with free traffic. You're not going to have to spend $4,000, okay? Now, what happens right here, guys, is the person opts in. Let's imagine we don't make any sales from our value emails. We just teach. So first thing that happens right here, remember that $47 product that actually converts to be about $250 right here? Let's imagine we sell one of those right here, and the average long-term value of every person that hops into that is $150. If 15 people buy that membership, we have made $2,200. Just off the bat, we've almost made half our money back. Now, if we keep going down the funnel, value, we send another product that has a long-term value of $80. Maybe it's a $20 per month recurring membership or something like that, or recurring membership at some software, some affiliate offer, something like that. 20 people buy that. Guys, right here, we had a 0.75% conversion rate. Right here, we had a 1% conversion rate, and we just broke even. We just got 2,000 leads on our list, 100% for free. We broke even. Now, here's where the killing is made, guys. Let's imagine right here, we've built a ton of trust with this list. They like us. They like the information they're getting. And we go and we decide to pitch a high-ticket offer that maybe costs $5,000. By the way, you do not need your own high-ticket offer. I don't have a single high-ticket offer in my arsenal. I promote other offers, okay? I promote other people's offers. So that being said, guys, let's imagine one person out of 2,000 people appreciates all this value and trusts what's coming out of your mouth and buys this $5,000 product. We are now $5,000 in the green. Give me a 1 if you think you can get 1 out of 2,000 people to buy a product. Yeah. Everybody here. Now let's imagine, guys, your conversion rates are more realistic because what I'm going to show you here in a second, your conversion rates are going to be in the 3%. All right. Instead of selling 15, you're going to sell 45. Instead of selling 20, you're going to sell 50. And instead of selling just 1, you might sell 2 or 3. And this is how you get that massive ROI. And this is how you get really up in the long term, because when you go and pitch a high ticket product once a month to your list, your LTV goes through the roof. It's so easy. You just send people onto a webinar with somebody else and they do all the pitching for you. All right. Now, here's the cool part, guys. How many people here, give me an X if you're like, Alex, that's amazing, but I do not have $4,000 to spend on paid traffic, and I don't know how I'm going to get traffic. How am I going to do this? If that's a real concern, give me an X right now. A lot of X's. A lot of X's. This is the biggest concern. I understand it. Guys, traffic is the easiest part of this entire equation. This is why it's so cool, because we can get leads into our list for free and then calculate their LTV before we ever buy a single ad on Facebook or anywhere else. So here's what we do, guys. Let me load up my browser. Pull this up. I'm going to show you 5 different methods to get traffic. Okay? Now, actually, let me go. I have one group I need to pull up right here. One sec. There we go. Let me pull up this. Let me prepare this for you real quick. So to close up my chat boxes. All right, so here are the tactics, guys. The first tactic right here, one of my favorites, is actually I've grown my Instagram account to about 20,000 followers. But if you go right here, if you look at my Instagram account right here, how it's grown is by going out there, and what we do is we find other people or niches where people have fan pages that have a person that makes money online or some guru or teaches online marketing or something like that. So we could go like maybe do like Grant Cardone, all right? So I go to Grant Cardone's page, and what you do is you go and find everybody that's liking and commenting on his page, and you friend them back. And what they then do is usually friend you back. About 66% of people you friend are going to friend you back and start following you. And so then you're able to basically run little mini ads in their news feeds constantly, going out there and sending them pictures of you or whatever you're promoting. And in the pictures you say, hey, by the way, I'm sharing this thing today. Go to the top of my profile, click here, and it takes them to the opt-in page. You have them opt in, and then you're on your list. Give me a 1 if that makes sense, but it sounds a little tedious. Yeah, a lot of 1s. It is pretty tedious. That's why, guys, all you do is you just pick up this cheap as heck software right here, Insta-Easy. You load this thing up, and all it does is just automate that all day long. It goes and friends people that are responding on your targeted walls, targeted people that were in the same niche as you, has them friend you back, and it just promotes them easily for you. It completely automates the process. All you have to do is press go. Give me a 2 if you think you can do that. You can put your niche into a tool. You can see these people right here actually increase. Yeah. Method number 1, free ass traffic. All right, here's method number 2, guys. And this one is actually so easy. I actually have a friend who built a list of 10,000 people doing this. So what you'll see in a lot of these Facebook groups right here is you'll see people talking about whatever the topic of the niche is right here. So let's imagine we have an acid reflux group and we're making an acid reflux product. You can see right here, a lot of people go in all the time into these groups and will post links to articles. So what you do is you create an article or you create an opt-in where you have a reward if somebody opts in, just like the opt-in we just showed you. Then you go into these groups and you post your opt-in in there. I have a friend who built a list of close to 10,000 people just doing this. You just go and do this every single day. But how many people here, give me an X if that seems pretty easy to do? You could do that. I want to see a lot of X's. If you can't do this, there's something wrong with you. You make an article about your topic, you ask people to opt in. It's really easy. So guys, I know that sounds a little tedious. So again, there's a free tool that automates this. This tool right here is 100% free per month. You actually can pay $7 to have way more posts. And what it does is it goes and finds the groups in Facebook that relate to your niche and then posts to them for you. It goes and posts to them and gets you leads. This is how my friend built a list of 10,000 people. Literally just doing this with this tool all day long. Give me a 1 if you can do that shit. You can press go. I'm not going to show you the next traffic until I see everybody press 1. Like you guys could, this is like game changing because you can just get like free traffic. The traffic is so easy at this point. All right, here's another method right here, guys. On almost every forum out there, there's a marketplace. Here's an example of one called Hack Forums. It's just for, general people. It's not really a hacking forum, but you can see right here, when you go to right here, there's a link for a marketplace and it's free giveaways. So what you do is you make a little product to give away and then you make a post on one of these sites. You post your product here, what you're giving away. Maybe you're giving away a list or something, and you exchange your list or whatever for people's emails. Boom, bang, bing. You're done. You're collecting emails. I actually had a person who constantly goes to forums like this and runs his auto webinar off of these posts and makes thousands and thousands of dollars doing this while building his email list. Finally, guys, here's the easiest tactic of all time. What you do is you go find videos online. Here's a video of mine, actually. It has 159,000 views. You go find videos that relate to your niche. You go to the top comments, and what you do is you want to leave a comment in the top comment and then try and leave comments at the top of the video. Okay? And you can see you don't have to be right when the video is made. You can post a comment from 1 week ago. And then all you do, guys, is you link back to your opt-in. For example, I can go right here, grab the link right here, and say, hey, check this out. Boom. I can link straight to my opt-in. And so all those videos that you see getting millions of views and there's hundreds of thousands of people on the page, you can get like 300 clicks to a link like this and just get tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of people on your email list. Give me an X if you can do that shit. Easy. I want to see all the X's here. If you're like, whoa, you can have leads on your list tomorrow, guys. And then what we do is we put this free traffic on our list. We send them down our 8X funnel and we calculate our LTV. As soon as we can work our LTV up to $5, by the way, you're making money while you're calculating your LTV. As soon as we can work our 1 month LTV up to about $5, what we do is we take that $5 to Facebook and then we go and invest it in getting more leads on our list for less than our LTV. And by the way, guys, it's not hard to freaking do this. With that opt-in I just showed you, you can go to the ads manager right now, okay? And you can overlap audiences. Like if I want to make a ketogenic protein powder, like a Primal Blueprint protein powder, I go and found two interests, Bulletproof Coffee and Dave Asprey. They're real ketogenic like brands who make supplements and stuff like that. So what I do is I go down here and I target that audience. And guys, with the 50% opt-in right here, you can get clicks probably for about $1.70. This is a little bit higher than it will probably be. I can usually get them for like 20, 30 cents lower than this. You can get leads for about $3 with that 50% opt-in rate opt-in I just showed you. And something like that, guys, as a beginner, you are scaling a massively profitable business. As a veteran, you are scaling your business to the freaking moon because you know that $5 LTV we just talked about is not how much you're actually making back. You're probably making $15 to $20 back over 3 months and you don't even know it yet. You're probably sitting on a gold mine, but you don't know it because you never tracked your LTV. And that is all there is to it, guys. And it doesn't even take 30 days to go out there and do this. Can I get an amen first? Can I get an amen? Like, do you see how exciting and easy that is? That's like the whole point of the webinar right there. Yeah, I want to see a lot of these. Awesome. And guys, I lied at the beginning of the webinar. It doesn't take 30 days to do this. Guys, you can go and get 300 leads into your funnel this week if you really go after those free traffic methods. You can wait 2 weeks and send them down the 8X funnel we just built in this webinar, and then you test your LTV, and you could be on Facebook. You could actually be profitable in the next week, and you could be on Facebook in the next 2 weeks scaling your business. If you were a veteran, what the hell are you waiting for? Go craft the funnel we just talked about. Go on the Facebook, get leads into your system, calculate your 2 to 3 week LTV, and then buy leads for less than your LTV and scale to the freaking moon. And guys, once you do this, it's not that challenging to get a 6x ROI like I have. I don't do anything crazy. I just send value to my list and then pitch them once a week. That's it. Okay? And just like that, if you're investing $20 a day in your business, you're making $120 in annual income. If you're investing $100 a day, you're making $600. If you're investing $1,000 a day, you're making $6,000. If you're investing $2,000 a day like I am, you're making $12,000 a day back. That's $2,000 a day, 4.5 or $2,000 per day in ads, but 4.5 million in sales every year and over 180,000 leads hopping on to your email list. Now, I have a question for everybody here. Give me an exclamation mark if you want to do this like now, like you want to hop off the webinar and just get straight to freaking doing this. All right. How many people here, give me a big fat X if you want to get this like done, like you want this nailed, you want to be doing this successfully in the next 30 days. I want to see the X's. If not, you don't have to. All right. So at this point, guys, you have two choices. Number one, you can go at this alone and test. Spend money testing Facebook ads. Spend your time testing these strategies. Go out there and do this. Remember, guys, it took me 2 years to actually go out there and figure this out. And what I need you to remember, guys, is you really have two choices for how your 2017 is going to go. You can spend 2017 testing and learning. You can spend 2017 with your business making the same amount of money. Or what you can do is say, you know what? 2017, I'm going to 2x my business. 2017 is going to be a year I buckle down on one thing and make this work in the next 30 days. So option number two is you can get it right the first time by being coached and directed by someone who's successfully done it over and over again with 7-figure results. You can skip the massive cash loss, you can skip the wasted time, and you can get it right in the next 30 days. Give me a 2 if you want to go with option number 2. If you want 2017 to be about scaling your business in the next 30 days and making money. Yeah, a lot of 2s. A lot of 2s right there. So that being said, guys, I want to tell you about the 8X Hero Academy. You guys give me a lot of 2s. I want to tell you about it. And if you hold tight, we're actually going to get into a lot more funnels and stuff after this. So what you need to know about the 8X Academy is this, guys. If you are a beginner, you will have your first list and your first income in the next 30 days. You will not spend a single dollar on ads. You will not spend a single dollar on tools. In the next 30 days, you will have your first list and your first income. If you are a veteran, you will be on the path to mathematically 2xing your business in the next 30 days. You will be able to go to any ad source. This will be your superpower. You'll be able to go to any ad source and buy thousands of leads at a profit every single time. And finally, in 2017, start scaling your business to the moon. Because what you're going to get is 6 complete weeks of training. You're going to get how to start a stupidly profitable email-based business in the next 30 days. You're going to get the key to getting hundreds of thousands of leads on your list, and you're going to get 6 weeks of handheld, complete, every detailed covered training and see step-by-step how to get emails in any niche. Any niche. You don't have to be teaching people how to make money online. You don't have to be doing weight loss. You pick the niche you want to be in. I'm going to show you to get emails at any niche and make 5 to 8x back like clockwork. And here's what we're going to cover. In week 1, what we're going to get into is picking your niche and your offers. Week 2, we're getting into perfecting your opt-ins and capturing leads. Week 3, building our conversion machine. Week 4, copywriting and selling. Week 5, generating organic free traffic. And week 6, scaling with advertising and shooting the high to 6 to 7 figures. Now, in week 1, what we're going to be covering is how to pick the most profitable niche so you make your niche work the first time. I'm going to show you how to pick and promote the best products if you don't have any products yet that will convert highly for you. I'm going to show you how to create your own memberships and recurring products that will bring you that money in and get you that high LTV. I'm going to show you to create long-term recurring cash cows like we talked about, and better yet, how to pick high-ticket offers that will go to bank for you. For example, I promoted an 8K offer a while back, and I'm going to tell you about exactly how I promoted this offer. It made me $1.1 million in sales. That was a $500,000 payday after the affiliate split. Just because I know how to pick the right high-ticket offers. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that as well and how to work your list up to that tidal wave-like effect. Week 2, what I'm going to show you to do is how to perfect your opt-ins. That opt-in I showed you, I'm going to show you the base to use, the text to use, the language to use, what to put in the welcome video, everything. You're going to see how to design super high converting opt-ins, how to set up emails that build trust and get people liking you immediately so they buy high ticket products from you and buy your recurring products and stay on them. And I'm going to show you how to create content videos to new members. By the way, guys, I'm sure you're enjoying this webinar right now. You don't need to be on camera all the time. All you need to do is simply put together slides or present information like I'm presenting right now. You haven't seen my face this entire webinar and you're still loving it, okay? That's why nobody's left the webinar at all. So week 3, what we're going to be getting into, guys, is funnel mastery. I'm going to show you all the funnels you need to learn, consulting funnels, and I'm going to show you how to pick whatever business you're running. Maybe you're running an e-commerce business, maybe you're running a consulting business, maybe you're running a general internet marketing business. I'm going to show you the funnels you need to build to grow your business, okay? We're going to get training over every type of funnel you can possibly use, e-commerce, consulting, you name it, we got it in there. And I'm going to show you to create these funnels and train your customers to open your emails and follow up with them so you can increase sales based on what they're doing. I'm also going to show you launch and webinar funnels. I'm going to show you a launch funnel that I used to generate a launch at about $1 million in sales. It was called Source Phoenix a while back. And I'm going to show you exactly how we led up to that launch, the exact emails we were sending in that launch funnel, and how we got everybody to buy at that rate. I'm going to show you webinar funnels, and it'll show you exactly how every time I run a webinar to my list, I do about 50 to 80K in income just from running that webinar. I'm going to show you the funnels that I send people to do that so you can make those ROIs and increase your LTV doing that. Now, week 4, what you're going to get into is, remember when we talked about these conversion rates right here, the 1%? I'm going to show you how to 3x that 1% conversion rate so that making your ROI is just a joke. Okay, I'm going to give you my $1 million video script so you can sell the exact same way I sell in videos. And guys, you might think, how the heck can this guy make a script that just works? It does work. When I was actually doing some copywriting for a friend, he paid me $10,000 to write his video script. And we were about a week before his launch. He said, hey, Alex, is the video script done? And I go, yeah, sure it is. It wasn't done. And what I did is I went out, I whipped out my script, I opened a text file, and I wrote out exactly what the sales video would say. I sent it over to them, and their launch went on to do $600,000 in sales in 7 days. These video scripts work. I'm also going to be giving you my webinar scripts that I use in every webinar, show you the exact scripts I sell by, exactly how I sell to customers, and get the conversions from my webinars. I'm also going to show you exactly how when we launched our first recurring membership, we didn't even have a sales page and people bought $35,000 recurring of it right off the bat. I'm going to show you how to warm up your list and get them pumped up to buy something without you even needing to sell. And when you have that trust and rapport we've been talking about, it's not that easy. And then finally, what I'm going to show you how to do is pick those high ticket products that make you a huge bunch of your income, and show you exactly how to sell them to your list. So there's no awkward anything, and they hop on the webinar with whoever you're promoting, and it just kills it for you. I'm going to show you step by step how to do that. Now, like I said, you're not have to spend a dime on ads. We're going to show you to get started with 100% free traffic, and in fact, how to get to your first 3,000 leads if you want. By the way, you can have a full-time income off of 3,000 leads if you apply what's in this course. Okay, you can easily be making 50, 100K a year off of 3,000 leads if you apply what's in this course. That's actually one webinar if you do it the right way. I'm going to show you how to capture leads with all the traffic methods we went into. All the traffic methods we just dove into: Instagram, InstaEasy, Facebook groups, Slack social, Hack Forums, Reddit, YouTube. I'm going to show you exactly how to do all of those. And we have people that have built lists of tens of thousands of people using these tactics, breaking down inside the course how for you to go do it too. So look, guys, traffic is a given. You will have leads on your list and you will be selling to them in the next week if you just go through this course. Now, finally, what we're going to get into is scaling this with paid traffic. And guys, first you need to understand there is more than enough traffic on Facebook alone to build a $50 million business. That being said, we're going to show you to go on Facebook. We're going to go super in depth into Facebook. We're going to show you to get on YouTube. We're going to show you to get on AdWords. We're going to show you to do solo ads and media buys. And each person teaching you is a person managing a budget of at least $500,000 and actually making an ROI from it. Now, what we're also going to get into in the bonus week is I'm going to show you how to sell in webinars using funnels from ads, just like we're doing right now. I'm going to show you how to do internal launches to your members. I'm going to show you to do auto webinars. And I'm also going to show you to scale your list to 100,000 leads. This bonus week is kind of like the above and beyond for people that really want to build a huge business. Now, you're going to get more in 6 weeks than most people get in 10 years, and you're going to get an education that you can build a career and long-term seven-figure business out of if you scale and stick at it. Now, how many people here, give me an exclamation mark if you really liked Market Hero and you thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, everybody here. Guys, when you hop in this, you're getting Market Hero for an entire year free. You're getting it on our default level, 7,500 leads, and you're going to have Market Hero for an entire year. You can do all the stuff you've seen in this webinar. You're going to be able to get the metrics. You're going to be able to get the sales funnels. You're going to be able to do all the product tracking and the LTV calculations, the context segmentation, the opt-in builder. You don't need any other software. If you have an autoresponder right now, you can cancel it. You don't need to spend any money on tools, like I said. If you have a tracking software right now, cancel it. You don't need to have that tracking software anymore. You have Market Hero that calculates your tracking way better than any tracking software. And guys, we integrate with every opt-in software, every landing page software, ClickFunnels, OptimizePress, Lead Pages. We got it. You don't need to change anything in your business. You don't need to rip apart any of your pages. You don't need to change any of your carts. We integrate with everything, and you can import your list tonight if you want, if you already have an email list. On top of that, guys, you're also going to receive all the templated funnels and scripts inside your account when you log in. It's all going to be prepared for you, so you just fill in the blanks. You're going to get all of our opt-in page templates, and you're going to get exclusive access to our Mastermind Facebook group where you can talk to me at any time. You can just hit me up, tag me, and I'll respond to you usually in about 30 minutes. So to sum it up, guys, you're going to get the 8X Academy. It's a $3,000 value. You're going to get 1 year of access to Market Hero. That's $1,200 value. It's $99 per month. That is a $1,200 value at the base level. And if you have a bigger list than 7,500 people, just talk to our support when you get inside and they'll increase it for you, okay? Now, you're also going to get all of my funnels, my scripts, and my opt-in templates. That's a $1,000 funnel. You can actually go pay most companies $7,000 to go build their funnels for you. I've already built your funnels for you. You can also get access to exclusive Q&A Facebook Mastermind. You can hit me up at any time. You can hit up other people who are building email businesses. Easily a $1,000 value. Now, guys, I can do the whole late night info market breakdown of all the money you're going to save and everything like that. But I really only have 2 questions for you guys. Look, if you're a beginner right now, would this product be worth $6,000 if in the next 30 days you had your first profitable email list and you were able to go out there and start running an actual business the way you want, that you own, that isn't based on BS, and for the rest of 2017, focus on scaling and making money from your business instead of testing and spinning your wheels? Give me a 1 if that would actually be worth $6,000. Yeah, a lot of ones. A lot of ones. Guys, if you're a veteran and you already have a business, I want you to think back to when I was spinning my wheels and my business was plateauing, and I didn't go out there. I didn't apply this to my business, and I plateaued for 2.5 years. The second I applied this, my business 3X'd itself. And by doing that, if I had done that 2 years earlier, it would have made me over $4 million. Every month you are not 2xing your business, every month you're not applying what you're going to learn inside this academy is months you are losing at least twice your income. Twice your current income. Imagine what a difference would be if all 2017 you were able to go out there and operate at 2 or 3x what you're making right now. How much more money would that mean to you? Would this be worth $6,000? Hell yes, it would. Okay? And guys, what you're going to get out of this, again, if you're a beginner, your first list and first income in the next 30 days. If you are a veteran, you're going to be able to be on the path to mathematically 2x your business in the next 30 days. And guys, after this webinar, this is actually like one of the last New Year's, beginning of the year webinar for this next 6 weeks we're getting into. The standard price for this is $19.97. If you come back after this webinar, it is $19.97. Tonight, this is it. After I close on this webinar, this is it. This is an encore webinar. I wasn't expecting to do it, but after this webinar is down, guys, this is it. What you're going to be able to get is in a special webinar price. You're going to be able to get in tonight at $9.97. Now, guys, we have a 32-day, no questions asked refund guarantee. If you need money back for pizza, heck, if you just want your money back, even though you love the course, we will give it to you. So there's a 100% no risk here. In fact, guys, the only risk right here is spending 10 minutes of your time. There's no risk to your bank account right now. If you come in and don't like it, we'll refund you immediately. There's no risk to checking out this content. You don't have to spend any money on any ads or anything like that. The only risk is 10 minutes of your time. On the contrary, if you don't hop into this, you can spend the next part of 2017 spinning your wheels and testing and trying to recreate what I've shown you in this webinar. You can look back at the end of 2017, not making a dime, not generating any income, and still being frustrated and say, you know what? I really wish I just sacked up and paid that $9.97 instead of wasting an entire year of my life. If you're a veteran right now, imagine being at the end of 2017 and only making maybe 10% more. You're going to look back and go, damn, you know what? Maybe I should have sacked up. Maybe I should have joined and hopped into that right there because there was no risk then. Now I'm suffering the consequences of waiting. So guys, on top of that, what we're going to do right here is I'm actually going to lower this to the first 5. The first 5 people in this webinar that hop in, you're going to get an extra 3 months at Market Hero on top of your year that you already have. You're going to get enterprise level support where you have a support person hop on and be on with you whenever you want. They'll help you build your funnels. They're dedicated solely to you. You're also going to get a ticket to HeroCon, which is a $497 ticket, okay? $497 ticket that's going to be happening April this year in Dallas, Texas. Now, how many people here, give me a 2 if you just want the buy link. You're like, stop talking, just give me the damn link. Yeah, there's a bunch of 2s. All right, guys, if you want to get in this right now, be prepared right now because when I show this, usually the first 5 go like almost immediately. All right, so if you want to go right now, go to markethero.io/now. I'm going to go and paste this in the chat box for those of you that do not like to type, and I'm going to throw this in the chat box real quick for everyone. And 3 people have already started the checkout process. So if you're interested in those 5 spots, there you go. I just put it in the chat box, guys, and I'm going to answer a few questions right now. Okay, cool. Let me check the questions that are coming in. Awesome. Guys, so look, guys, we got the first 5 get in at $9.97. Get the ticket and everything. I see a bunch of questions pouring in. First up, guys, payment plans. We're not offering a payment plan. Okay, if you want a payment plan, take out your credit card. You can pay that. You can separate the payments over 12 months. Just hop in. There was a 32-day no risk guarantee. Just put it on your credit card. What happens? Put it on your credit card. Money never leaves your bank account. What happens? You go through this for 30 days. If it's not for you, get a refund. Money never left your account. Bank covered all of it. If you do like it, you can split the payments up over 12 months. That's your payment plan. See another person asking a question right now, can we import a list? Yes. Immediately after you get in, you can import your list. And guys, there's a few people, all right, about the refund guarantee. Guys, there is a 32-day refund guarantee on this. Guys, there's absolutely no risk. Like, you have to understand it. Like, if you put the money in right now, the second you want the money back, it's yours. Okay, we're not trying to bring people in here and like, you know, trap them into something like that. The only risk here is spending 2017 testing and learning instead of getting this right in the next 30 days. I really want you to imagine how life-changing it would be if in the next 30 days you had this right. If you were bringing leads onto your email list for free, you were calculating their LTV, in 30 days from now, you're not in a position where you're trying to test and learn. You're in a position where you can take your business to Facebook right now and start scaling your business and be like, wow, I've actually built a real business from this. If you're a person right now, as a veteran right now, I really want you to think right now, if you have an LTV and you've proven to yourself in the next 30 days that every single dollar you put into Facebook is making you $3 back, how would that change your year? If you could go on Facebook and make a 3x ROI for the rest of the entire year, what would that do? what would that do for you? And I really want you to imagine where that would be in the next 3 days. So someone asked right here, does this work in other languages? Yeah, it doesn't matter what language you're in. It works for anyone. Someone said, does this work in e-commerce? Actually, guys, we have a crazy, how many people here? Give me one if you're like using Shopify or e-commerce or something like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, we have a few people in here that are doing e-commerce. I'm just going to hop over to the Market Hero group right here, and I'll show you like literally like what's going on there. So we have e-commerce. We also covered that in the course. We just didn't have time to get into that today. Let me go to the group right here. There we go. Let me load that up. Cool. And what we're looking at right here, guys, this is actually the official Market Hero group where a lot of people hang out. And so what you're looking at right here, you can see right here, I just started using the Shopify app. I've been using MailChimp, and I just discovered this morning. It's a child's toy compared to what Market Hero plus Shopify can do. Considering the level of support I received from Emmanuel this morning, I don't think they can compete there with this either. Thanks for being so freaking awesome, guys. So immediately right there. So if you do Shopify or e-commerce or anything like that, just hop in right there. Again, guys, the URL is markethero.io. And I'm actually about to wrap this up in the next 5 minutes, guys. I'm going to answer 5 more minutes of questions. And then that is it. Okay. If someone says, I really want to do this, look, if you really want to do this, dude, then do it. There's absolutely no risk to hopping in this. The only risk is waiting till after this webinar and paying $19.97. Everyone in this webinar wrote down they want to commit to email marketing. If you want to commit to actually doing this, this is where you want to be. There's no other offer on planet Earth where you get an autoresponder free for an entire year, all the technology you're getting, plus all the training that you're getting on top of this to go into this and build this type of business. And we agreed at the beginning of this webinar, you can do this in the next 30 days. All you have to do is press go on those traffic softwares that I showed you, or use those simple traffic tactics I showed you, get those free leads on your list and be building your business. You could be doing it by the end of this week, And that's just the coolest thing about this. Someone said, let's see. Someone said, guys, all right, so I see a few people having trouble hopping in. So what you want to do right now, guys, I'm just going to throw this in. Guys, what you need to do, if you have any questions, any customer support questions on every page of the checkout process, there is a customer support box right here. You load this up. JD is standing by right now to answer any questions. Any questions you have, JD will answer for you. He will help you with any declines you're having, anything out there. Someone said, can I have the cash now? Or what you need to do is you need to go open this window in your browser now and leave this window open. That's kind of a little hack. But look, as soon as I close this webinar, the price goes up. Someone said, can this be used to promote an MLM product? 100%. Okay. The highest person, I forgot what the name of it was. I think it was Moby. But the highest person, the number one affiliate in MLM on that network was doing email marketing. They were doing email marketing. They're doing exactly what I'm showing here, and that's because they know how to build a big list and get them inside the MLM. So yes, this absolutely kills it for MLMs. All right? Absolutely kills it. Absolutely kills it. All right, I see a ton of people hopping in. Guys, we have one more fast action spot left, and there you go. So if you have any questions whatsoever, guys, hit up JD right here. There you go. Like someone said, they had a question about the $99. You don't have to pay $99 after, guys. You just select your account size. You just select your account size. That's it. Someone said, can I use Market Hero as my replacement for MailChimp? Dude, we shit all over MailChimp. It's not even comparison. Awesome. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes left. And really my closing statement is, guys, I'm going to lock this down and it goes up $1,000. And that's the biggest risk to you right now. On top of that, guys, you really have two choices of how your next 30 days are going to go. You can spend time learning and trying to kind of figure out and piece together how I'm doing this. Or here's what will happen if you hop in. You can get your opt-ins right the first time. You can get your traffic and your funnels right the first time. You can get your ads right the first time. You can start tracking your LTV the first time. In the next 3 days, have this shit done. You're done learning for 2017. The rest of 2017 is about building your business and scaling. That can be done for you in the next 30 days, but you have to hop in right now. If you don't, you have to pay $1,000 more, and that's it. That's it. There's no risk to hopping in right now. There's a 32-day guaranteed refund guarantee. It's not a problem. We do not mind refunding your money back. It's like the most unbig deal ever. If you say, hey, JD, I need pizza, JD will refund you on the spot. You're done. You're good. Enjoy. Enjoy. You can take all the info that's in your head, and there you go. So, guys, this is really where it's at. So, guys, if you're on the account size page, just select the 7,500 account level and skip through. You're not going to have to pay anything else here. Someone said I'm the man. Thank you so much, guys. I really enjoyed. Give me an exclamation mark if you really enjoyed the webinar. You got a lot out of it. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. So I'm going to leave this up for 1 more minute. In 1 minute, I'm going to close down this page. After that, this is done. Price goes up 1,000. And that's it. That's it, guys. This is the last time we're doing this webinar right now for this class. And that's all I got, guys. You choose how you want your 2017 to go. There's absolutely no risk to hop in right now. If you wait more than 2 minutes, you are at massive risk because the price goes up 1,000 and you're gonna have to spend the rest of 2017 spinning your wheels, testing, and plateauing your business. It's up to you guys. Awesome, awesome, Simon. Someone says, do we have PayPal? Yes. If you want to go through PayPal, what you need to do right now is you need to go right here and start a conversation with JD. Okay, go to the page and ask JD if they have PayPal. All right, I'll hop on there actually in 2 minutes and I'll help you with PayPal and whatever you want to do. Okay, so if you have PayPal, start a conversation with JD right now, and we'll still keep you at the same price. Okay, so do that right now. I'm gonna leave this page up with the URL, guys, and we're gonna get into it. All right, so thank you so much, everyone. There you go. Take it easy.